My name is Emily, and my husband and I currently live at home with my parents. I live in Boise, Idaho, and the market here has been really crazy. We've had a lot of people relocate from like California, Oregon, and Washington, selling their $1 million homes and then buying homes here in all cash, pricing out the people who live here. And nothing against people from those places, but they totally screwed the market here for first-time home buyers and people in like the lower level price range.
I'm 27 years old, and yes, I still live with my parents. I really can't afford to move out right now. But don't feel sorry for me, it's not so bad. It's giving me breathing room to finish my college studies and time to work on my art. I get to see them and talk to them very often. And to be quite honest with you guys, I am saving a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie, it does suck sometimes, but I will move out one day once I'm ready.
I don't care.
Yeah. You're in?
I don't care.
Okay, got it.
Whatever's meant to be, will be.
1 in 10 people aged between 30 and 34 are living with their parents still. This is quite fascinating. If you think back in the day, people were getting married when they were like 20, yeah. And now we've got 30 to 35-year-olds that are still living at home. You know, like that's...
It makes me feel better about my life, I will be honest.
Totally, yes, yeah. But
it's like everyone's struggling. It's not just me.
Yeah, and this is up 10% from a decade earlier. So it is getting worse and worse and worse. Like at what point does that figure start going down and people start moving out of home earlier?
When it's less expensive to live out of home.
Yeah, but when does that happen? Like, you know, there's got to be
something.
You
tell me, you're the finance expert.
But it's got to be at some point. We can't be sitting here in 10 years' time and be like, wow,
45-year-olds living at home.
Yeah, like it's kind of weird.
Maybe it'll become normal because it's
true.
how expensive it is.
Yeah.
Why do you live with your parents at 27 years old? I mean, honestly, really good question. I'm surprised that none of my 30 other TikTok followers asked. But, oh wait. Oh, dinner's ready? Okay, I'll be up in a minute, Mom. Okay.
So it's no secret that more and more millennials and Gen Z are staying at home with their parents for longer into their late 20s and early 30s and sometimes beyond. Now, there are many reasons for that, and some of those reasons some of these people are going to touch upon today.
Knock, knock. It's Mom. Hi, Mom. So what are your plans for today? I thought we could head to the grocery store and pick up some ingredients for dinner tonight.
No, thanks. I'm busy.
Well, how's the job search going? You know, I can give you a few interview tips. I did do a few jobs myself before I became a mom.
It's going.
Honey, that's amazing. Are you having any success?
Not really.
Okay, well, I'm making that lasagna you loved growing up, and it's gonna be ready at 6 tonight when your dad gets home.
Alright, see you later. Can you close the door, though?
Can't wait till she moves out.
So this is obviously a parody, and it's meant to show that a lot of parents don't want their adult kids living at home with them. Now, this particular clip is highlighting what maybe the stereotype of what it is for adults who live at home, which is lazy, unmotivated, ungrateful. As you can see, her mom has all this energy and she's laying in bed with her Starbucks coffee, looking like she hasn't applied to a job in weeks or months. And she just doesn't really care. I mean, unfortunately, there are some people out there like that are just mooching off of their parents. They don't really care. They're just kind of skating by. And personally speaking, I just abhor that. I think that's just the worst thing in the world. I think that if anything, you should be giving back to your parents, or if at the very least making something of your own or on your own of yourself.
When you move home with your parents for the first time after leaving at 18, I feel like there's this weird realization that you almost become a parent at times. Like, yes, I'm living in your house that you pay for and paid a mortgage for, but here I am asking you to think critically about your emotional responses and asking you to have decency and respect for another human in your house. Like, hey, I'm on a phone call. Do you think you could tone it down a bit? Hey, I'm in a meeting. Can you keep the door closed? Could you not see I was in a meeting by the ring light on and my headphones in and me seemingly staring into my computer and talking to no one? I'm 31 and living with my boomer parents until I figure out where I'd like to move next. And I'm just trying to save a bit of money. Don't get me wrong, I'm appreciative of the space, but damn if it's not a bit weird sometimes.
I'm sorry, but this woman sounds a bit ungrateful. I mean, listen, I understand. I work from home and I'm currently living with my parents as well. So I fit into this video just perfectly, okay? But see, for me, I give money to my parents each month. I'm saving money and I'm looking to buy a place very soon. And I'm grateful for what I have and where I'm at and for the opportunity to still be living with my parents for a short period of time. Some people don't have that benefit. She just seems ungrateful. Now, like I said, I do understand where she's coming from. Sometimes I'm on a meeting or a call and my parent might just burst into the room and start talking to me. I'm like, excuse me, like I'm on a call. Like, and I get frustrated too, so I get it. But I'm never going to come online and vent about it because overall, I'm just blessed to have this benefit to be at home.
This realtor was telling me about how her millennial clients are so lazy. They lived at home for the past 10 years and saved up $300,000. Wait, saving $300,000 over the course of 10 years is $30,000 per year. What? Wait, why are they lazy? I'm very confused. I'm not really sure if I'd call them lazy because sharing the same space with your parents as an adult sounds really freaking hard. Like, I don't think I could do that. And if someone can do that for 10 years without pulling Menendez brothers, like, I think that's pretty great. And the fact that they were able to live at home, save their money, save $30,000 a year and not spend it as soon as it came in, that shows a bit of discipline. I wouldn't call that lazy. And besides, you ever stop to think like why they had to live with their parents? Like maybe they like their parents and that's awesome, but like maybe they couldn't afford to live on their own because it's so dang expensive and the most responsible thing for them to do was to live at home.
Now, 10 years is a long time, but some adult millennials are staying home and they're saving their money. And, she said, 10 years, $30,000 a year, $300,000. That's not bad. If you are staying home with your parents and saving that kind of money, pay some bills, help rehab the house, whatever. Just don't sit there and mooch off your parents and just stack your cash just for the sake of stacking it all for yourself. I don't believe in that. I've been stacking a little bit of cash myself, but while I do that, I definitely give money back to my parents. And when I leave, I'm still going to give back. But I do like this perspective. It's about staying home, not to mooch, but it's about staying home to build yourself up and build a strong financial foundation. And I'll be honest, I think for most people that stay at home as an adult, this is what they're doing. They're not lazy. They're not mooching. They're not laying around. They're all those people that stay in the basement, eat Cheetos, got Cheeto dust all over their chest, and gaming all day or binging Netflix. But I don't think that's the majority of people, thankfully.
I'm 28 years old, unemployed. I just moved back in with my parents from teaching abroad in Korea, and now I'm waiting for my dad at Lowe's while he gets a weed whacker. I'm just trying to get a job out here. I have no health insurance. I have a little bit of savings, but it's rough out here. Well, my friends are having babies. My friends are getting married. My exes are now proposing to their girlfriends. And I'm here literally I was at home playing a Sims game, applying for jobs in the meantime, taking like a 3-hour nap, binge watching whatever shows on Netflix. And I just want to say, you're not alone. You're not alone. But that's where I'm at, and I don't know. I'm thinking about doing a unemployment diaries / adventures things, just trying different hobbies while I'm unemployed because girl has nothing else to do. So yeah.
Okay, so she seems well-intentioned, but if you listen to what she said, she's not trying hard enough. She's playing Sims, she's napping for 3 hours. Unless you're a cat, you don't have time to nap for 3 hours. She's binging Netflix, she's thinking about trying new hobbies. All these things equal not trying hard enough. So if you're living at home and complaining about not being able to find a job, nah, you don't have time for this. Everything she just named is a good 7 hours. That's a whole work day. Your work day while you're unemployed should be applying for jobs. So let's read some of the comments on this woman's video to see what people are thinking about what she has to say. Someone says 30s are the new 20s, no rush. I don't know how I feel about that one. Someone says or writes, enjoy this time before you have to set an alarm for work. Crying face emoji, prayer hands emoji. It's giving lazy. Looks like all of us unemployed 30-year-olds are in the comments. Feels good to not be alone. Power fist. Co-misery, right? Misery loves company. Come on, people. Someone says applying for jobs and making my parents dinner. Is that not what everyone is doing these days? Two sad face, kind of crunch face emojis. So I kind of like this one. This comment makes me think that this person, she's doing good. She's applying for jobs, which she should be, or they should be. And she's cooking food for her parents. Shout out to her for giving, or shout out to them for giving back. I like that. This person writes, I be on Disney Plus watching Hannah Montana and That's So Raven. So there you have it, people. All right, guys. So if you stuck around me this far, I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. If you feel like you got anything from the video, entertainment, education, edutainment, feel free to give me a like. If you feel so inclined to subscribe. And until next time, make smart financial decisions.